Hi guys, this is part 3. I'm going to actually be starting with the map, remaster the map, but the problem is, when you look at how many different files there are, there's 143, you'd have to edit the entire thing. I've actually found a modification online by this creator here, and basically it's the HD San Andreas map, so he's taken it and scaled it up, and I'm pretty sure he's used like some simple bilateral filter to get rid of the blurred on the flat graphics. Right, so as you can see, the map is now HD. The only thing that the only thing that isn't HD is the icons down there. As you see, the S is blurred, the save icon's blurred. That's actually part of a separate file. I can modify those myself. It literally just takes 2 seconds and you're done. But if we have a look at the map, as you can see, it's not blurred anymore. I mean, probably if you have a bigger screen it might appear blurred. Obviously these icons are blurred, that's slightly different. But we no longer have that general blur everywhere, so as you can see, fully HD, fully working, really good mod. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the weapon icons. Now, what we're looking for now is just the fist icon. There you go, fist. Right, so one thing I did find online with that was really cool. If you just type in GTA SA fist icon, images, and that one, I believe, yep. Or was it this one? One of them has a transparency to it. If not, we'll just take that one and give it some. Right, as you can see, that is roughly speaking 4 times higher resolution than the current, so I'll just save that one and put it onto the desktop and hit save. So I'm going to import the fist icon now, so I'm just going to rename it to fist and open. So you've probably seen this weird sort of colour slash stretch slash whatever you want to call it to it. This is actually quite normal. It doesn't really load the alpha correctly in TXT Workshop, but nonetheless, you know, if I put a few settings and do a few things, it sorts itself out. I mean, I really didn't need to do that step there, but oh well. It's compressed to the image. Let's have a look at the icon. Yeah, alright, that's good. That's a lot cleaner than it was before. So yeah, that's going to take a bit of time to rework. Nonetheless, we can pretty much now get started. I just noticed there's a bit of a white sort of colour to the edges, which isn't what we want. Okay, so let's quit. Let's get working on that. Alright, so I found a HD icon mod. If I open the tab real quick, it's not by him, I apologise. So, alright, I found a HD icons modification, so it's this one right here, so credits to this person here, well, sorry, that's author, convert SAH for POK, so he's basically just done a HD remake of the icons, which is really a shortcut for me. They're all very vanilla, which is really good, so I'm going to extract those and then put them into the GTA TXT files. However, obviously it's not quite as simple as drag and drop. I've got to get these out of the file I've downloaded and then put them into my file, because if I put these directly in, we're actually going to overlap the textures, because in this folder you've got the default texture, whereas, obviously we've got updated textures, so I'm going to have to, well, I'll do a time lapse so you can see what I'm doing, because it takes roughly about 10 minutes.
Baby, you know about the autumn, when the leaves are falling down, yeah. Oh, and all the so bright goes to hide behind the gray. Well, you also heard about springtime, life returns in such galore. And because it wasn't always there, you enjoy it all the more. I've been away for so long, but like the winds of the summer weather, I am back and I'm even better. Well, nothing can break up this bond. We're in a prime, this is our time.
Alright, so I have actually put the HD icons in, and as you can see they're no longer blurred, and they, even though the, hang on, I'll try to see. Show you now. So we still have the custom texture applied. For instance, here's the Desert Eagle. It's kind of hard to show you. As you can see, we've still got all the custom guns in here, as you can tell, but the icon is vanilla, which is really, really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the weapons. Oh, actually, there is one thing. The flamethrower needs a new texture because the weapon mod didn't actually cover that. I also didn't remember to update the flamethrower icon, but while I'm updating the icon, putting it in, I could also do a quick custom texture to make the flamethrower look better. So let's get working on that. Okay, so one thing that the custom weapon pack did not include was the flamethrower. It seems like it was skipped. I've just updated the icon. Obviously the texture is still low res, it's 64 by 64, so what I'm going to do is up that to 256, and then I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to do any custom remodeling on it for the time being.
Complications come around. Can't escape that we're all human. We all have our ups and downs, but we gotta fix our vision about the things that cloud our eyes. When you see your full potential, like the feelings you arise. I've been away for so long, but like the winds of the summer weather, I am back and I'm even better. Whoa! Nothing can break up this bond. We're in a prime, this is our time. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that is the flamer texture done, and there's the icon. I'm just going to save that, and we are now going to put that into the game. So, okay, so we start up San Andreas. As you can see, my texture is now loaded in. It's a lot higher quality than before, 4 times higher quality. You can see the texture I've applied to the gas tanks and stuff. Obviously this is not a remodel, it's just a retexture, so only the texture's really been improved, and we've obviously got the HD icon. Okay, so another quick thing to say, I've also started making, and in fact for now finished, the HD loading screens, so I've upscaled them to a 2K resolution and used a selective Gaussian blur. And what that does is it selects pixels that are close to each other and will blur them, and what that'll basically do is give it like a smoother look, especially on cartoon sort of style graphics that the loading screens have. Now the only downside to this is the black lines do look a little blurred, but aside of that, the loading screens definitely do look a lot more HD. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do for this part of the the third stage, the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to rework the icons, more specifically the map icons and the HUD radar, because that is a bit blurred. Alright, and now we're going to begin the time lapse. Okay, so I've redone all the icons for the map now. So as you can see, we've got the HD save icon, got the HD trophy there, HD barbers. Now the shop's not, sorry, the house there that's not blurred. Got clucking bell, tattoo shop. Occasionally, I have had to compromise and change things a little bit. Say, for example, the burger shop. It's completely different icon, so to speak, but it is close to the original. But the problem with that icon was it was so blurred I couldn't work out how I was going to redo it, so I obviously had to start again. But aside of that, now the icons are all in really high definition. You can even see that the player location where he's pointing and everything, that's all HD redone. And if you look at the map, you can see, the HD textures applied. Put that on a while ago. We've even got the HD. It just looks a lot clearer. Obviously, I'm zoomed in, so it probably looks a little blurred, but it is a lot clearer in game and just looks far better. And one thing I actually forgot to mention is I finally fixed the dark and bright shadows that were going on with this road, so now it blends in with the rest of it, as you can see. This was a slightly longer video, but obviously there was a lot more to cover. There were a lot of time lapses and things like that, but there's not an awful lot more to cover now. Obviously we've still got the trees to finish off, and if I go to my to-do list, obviously I want to get a HD CJ in there. I might also do the vehicle, the damaged debris and lights and things like that. And then that is pretty much it for San Andreas, really. There might be, obviously, the buildings might want to be redone, but I'm not going to redo any buildings unless if, it gets a lot of its support, people are requesting it. And for the time being, I'll just leave this as portfolio work. So 4 is probably going to be the last personal development stage, but there will be additional development stages done to this game if I get enough requests. So, goodbye.